seat. Hold up. Hey guys. How do I see you before?
Check 1, 2.
What up? What up?
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to Stockholm. Welcome to Sweden.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
You guys are playing tonight
Yes.
at the amusement park.
How do you say it?
The place, it's called Gröna Lund.
Gröna Lund.
Wow.
Yeah, James.
That's pretty good.
How's that?
Very good. Do you know any other Swedish words?
No, but my wife is Albanian, so she makes me say a lot of
Weird stuff.
fucking crazy shit.
That's good. So, 12 albums have been released.
Wow.
Full-length albums. Ray, you've been on the last 4, I think.
More than that.
More?
Yeah, well, there's been some live stuff.
Yeah.
And DVDs, and my first song was Kidnap the Santa Claus from the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack.
Oh, there you go.
That was an interesting...
That was a good song,
Yeah,
man. It
it
turned
came
out
out
really
good.
good, actually. I didn't know how, because it was so crazy. Danny Elfman and his
Yeah.
crazy arrangements, and I don't know if anybody's ever heard that. But I was like, how are we going to remake this? It's just so kooky and weird.
He does the kooky stuff, the Tim Burton stuff. Like.
Yep.
It's all classical, so we had to make this like metal Korn Isaac kind of thing, you know. It was what a challenge, you know. It was
Yep.
cool.
It was fun.
So tell me about the latest album. What differs that from the other 11 plus records?
That it's new.
It's
fresh.
hard. It's heavy.
It is heavy.
It's pretty heavy.
I mean, I think that, working with the producer, Nick Raskulinecz, he really wanted to focus on writing guitar riffs. And, he kind of approached it as like a fan. And he approached all of us like, what happened to the Korn I fell in love with? Where's the heavy guitar riffs? What happened to Philly bass slap and Jonathan's, super aggro metal scat thing he does, and
I'm not even gonna.
come on, try it
Thingy. Yeah.
one more time.
Did you sneeze?
Yeah, I
You
think
just
so.
sneezed. I think.
Bless me. Yeah.
No, but he really approached it like that, and told us like that what he wants to hear as a fan, and what he was missing, and we agreed with him. It was kind of one of those things it's kind of hard to hear. It's like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. That shit kind of went away for a while, and when you're creating so many albums and year after year, and you look back and you're like, oh, let's try this direction, let's do this, you kind of need somebody to refocus the camera, and so you can get some clarity.
Yeah, you guys really have been everywhere sound-wise. That's cool. So let's see if we have some questions from the crowd. Gentleman over here.
Yeah, gentleman.
What's your name? What's your
Johannes.
question?
Johannes.
Johannes.
Yeah, I would like to ask, what's your favorite Korn songs?
My favorite Korn. What's your favorite Korn songs?
Back in Black. No. Obviously, the ones I played on. So, but I love the stuff we play too. Their catalog's so huge now, with like 165, something like that.
Oh man, I don't know.
And he knows them all.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, I was a fan before I joined the band, obviously, and there's nothing like playing Blind every night. I mean, the first time I ever heard that riff, and the first time I ever heard John's voice come in, I mean, that like changed so much stuff. I knew these guys were gonna fuck up the world in a great way, and they did.
Yeah.
When all
And
that,
ourselves.
yeah. But when all that Seattle stuff was coming out, Korn just kind of carved through the center and said, "No, we sound like this," and it's such a beautiful thing, But I'm a huge fan of the new record. I love, like, we just started playing Black as a Soul, our new single. That's so heavy and powerful, and that's. But we open with Rotting in Vain, our Grammy nom, and I love playing with those are mine.
Yes.
James.
Oh man, I mean, there's a song. I can't think of the name of it. It's one of the last songs on. I think it's Untitled album. It's like this spooky.
Oh, is it Killing? No, the one we played.
It's like super. Anyway,
You've done too many
here to
songs.
stay.
I'll do
Here to
what
stay.
they say is that spooky one.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's so many, and it changes all the time because a lot of times, like, I can't. I get tired of playing the same songs every night. So I'm always doing different chord, variations and stuff like that, just to kind of make it interesting for myself. But I really do like Here to Stay, because that has a heavy riff, it has a melodic chorus, it has a breakdown, the build up, and it has everything that you think of Korn. So it's definitely one of my favorites.
Will you play it tonight?
Sure.
Yeah.
For you.
Thanks. Another question? The gentleman over here in the front. Hello, what's your name?
Hi, Mark.
Mark, you sound British.
I am.
Oh,
I am.
cool.
Today is the 19-year anniversary of Follow the Leader. Is there any special thing that you're planning, or can we expect anything from the album being played tonight?
Yeah, but the whole album, it's in entirety tonight, just for you. No.
That's crazy.
Did you guys know that?
Just to think about that, trying to do that. We are thinking of doing something. I can't tell you what yet, but I think the fans are really going to enjoy it. So probably sometime next year.
Cheers.
Another question? Over there, behind you. Hi, what's your name?
Hi. I'm Elizabeth. I'm all the way from Phoenix, Arizona.
Woo!
So,
Nice.
I have a question. You had a guest bass player, Ty.
Yes.
Can we see him in the future? Just as a
You can in his band.
well, no, I mean with you. I mean with you, because I was so impressed with his playing ability that
Yeah.
it's just blew my mind.
Yeah, we were too. I mean,
I know. Yeah, I saw
I
the
didn't know if that
documentary.
was going to work out, and I went to Robert's house and Ty and brought my guitar and a little practice amp before we announced it or anything, because I wanted to make sure because Fieldy plays in a very peculiar way. He slaps, he plays
Yeah.
the bass with his finger, and he does a lot of percussive stuff, like almost like a drummer, and which complements. You guys do a lot of stuff together. So when I went to his house, after about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, I was like, this kid is super talented, and he's gonna kill it, and it's just a cool way to introduce not only a generation, it fills in this. Because there's so many people are making music on their computer, and it's nice to get out of the box and make music with real instruments. And when I see that, it excites me, and I'd like to see a whole new generation get back into rock music, I guess.
Yeah. I've known Robert I saw your Suicidal. I played with Suicidal Tendencies for 2 weeks in like '91. I was 21 years old, and me and Robert go way back. So it was just having his son get up on deck with us in front of 50,000 people at Lima, Peru, and he just took charge. He was so confident, and because I'll be honest, I had my doubts. I was on a flight to Bogota going, man.
I know, because I was the only one that jammed with him.
Yeah, I was like, man, there's a lot of great bass players out there, and we got a 12-year-old. Cool.
Yeah, and Head was calling me. He's like, hey man, is he good? Is it gonna work? He was worried.
Yeah, I mean, it was wow, because Korn's a different animal. You know what I mean? I was a session guy for years, and to take on a band like this, you really got to get inside it. And when I was 12, I was playing with trucks and riding go-karts. You know what I mean? I was playing drums, but I couldn't quite play a stadium. So. But
yet,
man,
he's like just like his professionalism reminds me of his dad.
Yeah.
Just the demeanor,
whole
the way
etiquette.
he handles himself.
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't like, even backstage. He was just chill, and he was so like, I was blown away.
Practicing,
Yeah.
like just doing.
He's like, hey Ray, I messed up this one thing on Freak on a Leash. Could you show me? And I'm like, yeah, I think you're fine, man. And he's like, he showed me this thing. He did like a half step down, and the next night I was kind of consciously listening to that part, and he nailed it. So now he's retaining stuff, the mistake he thought he made the night before, and that's like, dude's gonna write a book when he's 18.
Really cool. Another question? Anyone? Oh, in the back. Hi, what's your name?
Hey,
Yep.
I'm Jimmy. I was just wondering what is your favorite song to perform live?
Like I think for me, like Here to Stay, but we did a cover of a song called "Another Brick in the Wall" by Pink Floyd, and it was a really cool version because we do it a whole octave lower than the original, and we put parts 1, 2, and 3. We kind of sandwiched them all together, and it's this kind of 11-minute epic sort of cover, and I get to do the solo, which is challenging for me, and it's
You kill it every night. Every
some
time you play.
nights, man. It's tough. It's David Gilmour. I mean, you know, if you guys know, he's just the master bend. You know, so that's always been one of my favorites to do.
So I have a question regarding the cover art for the latest album. I noticed the same stuffed animal as on Issues from way back when. And you guys have like that mascot thing going now when you play live, right? So is this your kind of belated Eddie figure? And does he have a name? And what was the thought there?
The thought was to kind of have it a mascot,
Yeah.
kind of a take on it, and you know, an evolved sort of, you know, that this doll has kind of been on this journey with us and helped us and been through the ups and downs that we go
The
through.
Lucky Charm.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think we're gonna kill it off.
Oh, of course you will.
I'm just being honest. Like, someone back there in the office is cracking up.
Is it?
But for real, I think we're gonna
Make it look like an accident. Yeah.
yeah, we'll make it look like
Disappear.
Of course. Interesting.
Interesting.
So, does he have a name? Unofficially?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know after the CSI.
Oh, it's going to be on the homicidal report thing.
Right.
John Doe, I'm guessing then. Another question from the audience? Anyone? It might be one of the last questions we can have. Over there?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
sir.
Staffan is my name. I have a question about the guitar tuning. You are playing 7 strings. Are the top string down tuned to A, drop A, or how do you tune them?
Yeah, the low strings are A, and then it's standard tune, but then everything's down a half step. When I sort of came up with this when I was 21 or something, 20, when the 7-string guitar first came out, because everything I played sounded like I was coming up with these riffs, and I was like, this just sounds like that song or that song, and I was feeling closed in this little creative box, and I thought, what if I just tune down everything, and then if I use this 7-string guitar that Steve Vai introduced in '91, that would kind of give a unique sound to the band that we were looking for. So
It really did. You
Yeah.
guys really, really stand out and always have, in a way.
yeah, we've done every record in this tuning except one, which was the Path of Totality, in which we worked with a lot of DJs and electronic producers, and the reason why was because musically, on a vocabulary, we were getting stuck because they were saying, "Play A," and play. Here's my what? Wait, what? Let me just tune the guitar up so that we can make this record.
So for that instant only. So maybe a last question from anyone. Okay, or if they're short, the gentleman in the front, can you pass him the mic? We might have the time. Hi, what's your name?
Christopher.
Hey.
My question has to do with your spare time and when you're just playing on yourself. And I'm wondering, what kind of song would you play that's not from your albums? Like,
At home.
yeah.
What do you fool
Well,
around
at
with?
home, there's kids.
Yeah.
So
Nursery rhymes then. Sorry.
yeah, actually, my son is like obsessed with Korn right now,
All right.
and he's because he's 5. When he gets older, he's like, that shit sucks. I got my own band now, and
With Ty.
yeah, right. But I usually I'll try to translate some piano music, like piano chords, and try to figure out how that works on guitar, and just transposing different tunings and songs like that, just to kind of think outside this sort of box of I think trying alternate tunings as well, just randomly kind of, it makes you come up with some unusual sounds and chord structures.
Yeah, we have tons of different backgrounds, all 5 of us, so when I'm home in my studio in Nashville, I try to play stuff that something always rang in my head. One of my old instructors said, never practice anything you already know. Practice stuff you don't know. So I always make myself try to play jazz. Like I have 3 kits set up in my studio. I have this little cocktail kit. And I try to make myself play swing and stuff that really makes me feel like a beginner. I suck in a lot of styles. So if you try to, I try to play Latin stuff and it really pushes your boundaries and it influences your rock and metal playing. So, but we all have side bands. I have a side band called KXM. He has a great record called Fear in the Nervous System. And we all kind of branch out and do our own things. And I think when we all get together on stage with this, it makes it that much more powerful. And,
Nice. I think that's all the time we have, actually. Hope everyone is satisfied. Thank you for coming. We're going to have a group photo, if that's okay with you guys.
I just woke up, so I'm sorry.
And I'm glad I took a shower.
Yeah, put on the glasses. Yeah.
If you guys are in the front and everybody else, like a class photo in the back.
I just fixed it. There we go.
There you go. So, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
A round of applause for the guys
Thank you,
in
guys.
Korn, Rain Monkey, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.